Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. Hope everybody is doing well. Things seem to be looking up 50% going into restaurants and all that kind of stuff. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, we have a lot of kids that are doing virtual learning. So they're sitting at home and they're just working their little butts off, in front of their computers. And they get tired. So we're doing some energy balls today. They're energy oatmeal balls and Jello jigglers. These are just little things that they can get away from the desk when they have a break and pick up these little snacks, and they're good snacks for you. So the first ones we're going to start with are the no bake energy oatmeal balls. So what you need is 3 cups of quick oats, 1 cup of creamy peanut butter. You can also substitute Nutella if you have peanut allergies, like my grandson Caden. So wouldn't want him to be out on a snack, so Nutella also works. I think there's also some other kind of peanut butter alternatives out there. Okay. Okay, and then we want a 1/2 cup of mini chocolate chips. Regular chocolate chips will work. Mini is a little easier to stir in. And then you want a 1/2 cup of honey. Now this honey is from my niece Rachel and her husband Nate. They do beekeeping on their farm, basically. So thank you, Rachel. Okay. So, no mixer, no nothing, just a little elbow power here. And you just stir everything together. Might take a few minutes. You just make sure that everything is sort of evenly divided. Make sure the honey gets over everything. The chocolate chips aren't off to one side. It can happen. Yeah, it's nice to be back today. I missed everybody, and I know I did some canned tomatoes yesterday. Some people were disappointed that I didn't video it. It was not easy. It was sort of a mess. We were having problems with our grinder. Would not have been a pretty video, so maybe next year. Okay. So you mix this up a little bit with your spoon. Now you want to go around with your hand. Just make sure that everything is covered. Okay. And that everything is moist. Okay. So, if you washed your hands ahead of time, which I wash my hands 20 times a day, if you washed your hands ahead of time, it's okay to scrape this off your fingers. Otherwise, don't do it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put a piece of plastic wrap over this and put it in the refrigerator for about 20 to 30 minutes. You have to let it get just a little bit hard, and so that you can make the little energy balls out of it. So, we're going to do that, put it in the refrigerator. And in the meantime, we're going to start on our Jello jigglers. I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. What you need to do is you need 2 boxes of 3-ounce Jello and any flavor, but I was so excited today. Nice to live in town here. I was so excited today that I found Jolly Rancher cherry Jello. And they also had blueberry too, but I picked cherry. So I got 2 boxes of that, 2 cups of boiling water. So what you want to do is mix those packages. And I would say if you didn't want this many, it's 1 to 1. So If you just wanted to make a small batch, you could do 1 box, 3-ounce box of Jello and 1 cup of boiling water. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to stir it until the Jello dissolves. It's quite easy. And then you're going to put it in either a 9x13 pan. If you want it thicker, you can put it in smaller pans, like bread pans or something like that. I hear the helicopters. This sure is a busy place here today. I've never done them in one of these things. I forget what they're called. So today we're going to try it, see how it works out. But I also have this little square thing, this little square container that would, if I have anything left over, I'm just going to put it in here and then we'll cut it from here. So, in the meantime, stir it up. Make sure it's all dissolved. You're not adding any cold water. You're not adding anything else. It's just 1 cup of Jello and 1 cup of boiling water. We have 2 cups and 2. So we use 3 ounce. So for every 3-ounce box of Jello, you want 1 cup of boiling water. Now, and I've learned this from something else. If you have this rubbery, I cannot think what they're called, this rubbery mold, and you're going to put it in the refrigerator. You're not going to be able to lift it because it's going to do this. I put mine on so I can lift it on my cutting board. All right, here we go. This should be funny. Okay, we're just going to fill each mold with a Jello. And if it spills over, you know, it's not going to hurt anything. These are different flowers, so it should be pretty. And I have a good bit left. So I think I'm going to use a bigger container rather than that smaller one. Of course, these are real old. These used to belong to my husband's mother. Okay, so we're just going to pour the rest in there. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to put these in the refrigerator. They have to be in there probably for at least 2 hours because they have to get hardened. So go read a book, go do something, but just rest. And we're going to be back in about 2 hours or so. So we'll see you then. Okay, it's cold enough. It's out of the refrigerator. So we're going to take a spoonful, mold it together pretty firm. You don't want it to fall apart. Make them as big as you want. Normally you want to make them a little bit smaller than a golf ball. Just make sure that you press it together pretty good so you really don't want it to come apart. Okay, what we're going to do is do the whole bowl. Put them on a baking sheet. I put some wax paper on mine just so they don't stick. After you're all done, put them back in the refrigerator for a little bit. Just let them get cold, and then we'll come back to it later and we'll put them in a Tupperware container. It's nice and easy. This is just like so simple, and it's such a good snack for the kids or yourself. Okay, we'll be back later. Okay, the energy snacks, they are done. They're cold enough, firm enough, you can stick them in a Tupperware container. I'm going to put mine in one of these, keep them in the refrigerator. They are so good. Actually, I got about, with this recipe, I got about 33 of them. There's about 30 of them here for my container. They are good. Okay, so then that's all you got to do. Keep them in the refrigerator, make them handy for everybody. Just go in, get one, pop them in your mouth. They're just very good energy, protein, whatever. So, we'll be back later on when the Jello jigglers are good enough to take out of the refrigerator. Okay? Okay, Jello is finally molded. I would suggest using maybe a pan, maybe this size of a pan, or maybe a little bit bigger. This mold, it's okay. It's okay. Here's one. It's pretty flower. See, pretty flower. The squares come out very nice out of here. You just need to cut them and pull them out. See, very nice. So kids will just pick them up and eat them, or you yourself can pick them up and eat them. Okay? The mold. Oh well. I mean, it does come out. You do have to work it a little bit. I guess that's why it's like a rubber. Okay. So there you go. It's like a little tulip or something. Okay. So there you have it. There's your Jello molds, or your Jello jigglers. And here's your no bakes. So, the energy balls and the Jello jigglers. Your kids are set. All right. Well, thank you for joining. A little messy here right now, but I'll clean it up. Anyway, thank you for joining, and I think I'm going to have another one next week. Won't tell you what it is though yet. So anyhow, have a good day. Be safe as always. And again, God bless America.